Hey Scorpio, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day today to spend it with me for your tarot reading. My name is Katie. It's a pleasure to meet you. I will be giving you today a very general reading for all Scorpios out there. So with that said, you're going to be probably aligning with some of the things that I do say, but maybe not some of the other things. And if that's the case, and if you're curious to get a more personalized reading, I encourage you to check out my website, www.blissfully.com. I provide tarot services where we can do a Skype session, or I can also give you a recorded video or email. And then eventually on that site, I'm going to be getting up pictures of my handmade arts and crafts stuff that I sell. I do meditation jewelry, crystal jewelry, as well as essential oils and those kind of natural things. So this reading will be focusing primarily on the last week of February, and then we will be doing from then on out monthly readings, and you'll be getting those on the beginning of the month. So definitely subscribe to the channel and you can get notifications for each month after this on how things may be looking for you for this month and how to react to it and that sort of thing. Also, I encourage you to please leave me comments or suggestions, give me feedback on these videos so that I can grow in my practice as well and be able to provide tarot readings that are really beneficial to all of you. So thank you for taking the time to do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay out my cards and we'll get started. And also I take a picture of these spreads and I post them onto my Instagram, Blissfully Living 13. There's a description down in the link down in the description box below, where I show you a picture of the spread that I'm looking at right now, and you can choose to pause the video if you wish and then move over and pick it up and then look at it side by side with this video so that you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with your U card. Your U card is the Ace of Autumn, and I'll show it to you if I can pick it up. Okay. The Ace of Autumn is a card. Autumn is relating to the Pentacles in the traditional tarot decks, and they are typically resembling of career, wealth, money, material gains, that kind of thing. And it being the Ace card means that it's a new beginning of material income for you, whether it's a new job, maybe you're following a specific passion and making money off of it that way, that kind of thing. And what's crossing you is the Conjurer, and this is the Jack of all trades, getting good at honing in on his skills, that kind of thing. So it seems like things are going well for you, where you've really been focusing on the skills and the traits that you're super good at, and then making them focus in on helping you start this new career for yourself. So congratulations, that's really awesome. In the beginning, though, it seems like you've got a good foundation started for you to be able to make a sense of income, but you're not necessarily open to sharing that wealth with other people just yet. And you can see in this card that it's a man who has collected a bunch of nuts, and he's not wanting to share them with a squirrel. And that could be you in this position right now, or actually you may know someone else who's going through a similar situation as you and is not wanting to give you the guidance that you really need. And so looking at these relationships in these cards so far, if that is the case, I would consider moving on to a different mentor or teacher, because obviously they're not really willing to share what they've learned so far yet. Probably because they're still afraid that they're going to lose what they've built up. Or if you flip the tables, it might be the other way around for you, where it seems as though there's a sense of fear, like you've built up and all of this time and energy for this business or this hobby of yours to finally start making money for you with all of these skills that you've built up, and you might be afraid to let go of it. And what's got you in this sense is in your subconscious, you've got the Goblins Market, and this is a trickster who, as you can see in the foreground, he's got very shiny things that look like they are good quality and worthwhile, but then as you go farther and farther into the background, you notice that things are drabby and old, and like he's trying to trick you into buying something that actually isn't good for you. So since this is in your below section or in your subconscious or in the back of your mind, either this has actually happened to you and this is something that you're trying to stay away from, or you're just afraid of this happening in the first place. And this could be the reason why you're holding on to what you've got so hard. You might be protecting yourself in this way. In your recent past, you've got the King of Winter, and this could actually be many things. It could be a particular person, it could be a feeling of your own, that kind of thing. If it were a person, this person is very strict, very traditional, very stoic, very certain in the way in which he practices his various things that he does, and he doesn't really allow for new ideas or new things to come about. This could be maybe a father figure, or some kind of mentor or teacher to you that has maybe instilled these ideas in you, and or it could even mean that this is how you are, this is how you've been in the past, is you are very much so not wanting to break these traditions, and that could also be the reason why you're holding on so hard to whatever wealth that you've created for yourself now. On the other side of that, what's coming up in your future is a potential new romantic interest or a potential new passion. And this being the Ace card, it is a new beginning. It is a new start to something. And this could potentially be a challenge for you to open up and share, like this card has you in right now. It might be you opening up your life with someone else and sharing the wealth that you've gained so far. What I could even be seeing is that you've had this negative experience with the Goblin Market, with being tricked into something that you thought was too good to be true and it actually was, and then that has made you feel very guarded on the inside. And now that you've got this new person in your life, it seems like a good idea, or it seems like something that could be beneficial to you, but you're still reluctant to actually open up to them, is what I'm getting. So your friends and family card is the Knight of Autumn. In this card, Autumn is related to the wands in the traditional deck, and it is encouraging you to go on. It's talking about things like journeys or moving in a new direction. And because you have the Knight card, I think that they are encouraging you to just bravely go into the storm. Not storm. Bravely, and just open up your heart and let it happen, is what I'm getting. And allow whatever to happen, and just have fun with it. I think that is what they're encouraging you to do. And your hope is that it will actually end up being beneficial for you to open up to this new romantic interest or love life, and that it would actually be a beginning of a new chapter in your life, which is really happy. This is the Herald of Spring, which is the beginnings of a change in season, a change in chapter in life, particularly opening up towards your passions and your emotions. So yes, I would agree with them. It's time to open up a little bit. I think your fear, again, is is losing the foundation that you've created yourself. The Four of Spring is, 4 is usually representative of creating 4 walls, a house, a foundation, stability for yourself. And the spring is representative of things like your work, your passions, your hobbies. And since it's in your fear section, I would say that this relates to, again, the Four of Autumn, which is the fear of sharing your wealth with others and the foundation that you've built for yourself. These numbers are the exact same. You both have 4s in the same places. Worrying that the foundation that you've built for yourself is going to crumble. But I think that if you allow it time and if you just let things happen like your parent, well, maybe your parents or your family member or whoever you might be close to is saying to do, you'll find that you'll end up having much more of a beneficial experience in the long run than if you were not to. And that's what your final outcome card is saying as well. Temperance. I actually saw this for a different horoscope. I don't remember which one though, but practice patience is what this card is saying to do, because in the long run it's going to end up being much more beneficial for you than you would have ever thought conceivable to begin with. So listen to your heart, listen to your family. I think that they have your best interest at heart, and they know that you are successful for yourself and you can share your wealth with others and have it grow to be something that is much more successful than what it already is. The things that have happened in our past that have led us astray happen for a reason, to help us understand what black is so that we can know what white is. And that's the only reason why you experienced what you did with the goblin market here. And so just have faith and have fun is definitely the main theme of your spread for the remainder of February. Okay, so thank you so much for taking time to join me today. I had a lot of fun reading your cards for you. It definitely seems like things are going very well for you. It's just time to expand on it a little bit. So if you're curious to get a more in-depth reading or a more personalized reading, please check out my social media, my website. I'd love to get to meet you in person, or even if you're in Phoenix, we could probably set up a time to meet at an event or in person. So thank you so much, and have a good week.